Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of The Certifiable Salesperson by Tom Hopkins and Laura Laaman, narrated by L.J. Ganser. This book is copyrighted 2003 by Tom Hopkins International and Laura Laaman. This recording is copyrighted 2003 by Recorded Books. Tom Hopkins is recognized as one of the world's leading authorities on selling techniques and salesmanship. In 1976, he founded Tom Hopkins International, and today over 35,000 corporations and millions of professional salespeople utilize his professional sales training materials. Laura Laaman has helped thousands of companies in the United States and Europe sell more by using the vital techniques she has developed. Veterans and new salespeople alike look up to her because of her credibility and her powerful yet approachable manner. And now, The Certifiable Salesperson.
The Road to Sales. Ouch! Steve cried as he spilled coffee on his pajamas while circling classified ads as he looked for a new job. He reassured himself that with his background he would qualify for a substantial position with a sizable salary. Interviews. After many telephone conversations and lots of correspondence, he had quite a few interviews lined up. Steve debated between a striped tie and a solid one as he prepared for his first interview. He felt ready. The employers were pleasant and seemed interested in hiring him. They told Steve that they would get back to him. After a few days, however, Steve hadn't heard back from any of his interviews. A week later, Steve finally received his first phone call from a company he had interviewed with. As Steve confidently listened and prepared to negotiate a favorable salary, he was surprised when the human resources manager told Steve that he wouldn't be offered the position he had interviewed for. "But we would like to offer you a sales position with our company," she said. "Sales?" he asked, stunned. "You're enthusiastic, you seem driven, and your personality seems to be just what we need," she said. Steve had considered sales in the past. He was initially flattered, but then he learned that although the position came with a significant commission program, the salary was significantly lower than what he was hoping to earn. He politely told the human resources, HR, manager that he would have to think it over. Days went by, and there were no additional interview requests. This was getting serious. No money was coming in. He thought, if something doesn't break soon, I might have to take the sales job. A week went by, and still no word from any of his other job interviews. These bills are driving me crazy. I've got to do something to earn money. With some reluctance, he called and accepted the position in sales. Steve would be starting in just a few days. The first day. Nervous, Steve entered the company's building and met with the receptionist, who seemed to be expecting him. Steve's new boss, Mr. Profit, came out, glanced down at his watch, and greeted Steve warmly, thanking him for being on time. Mr. Profit led Steve into the training room and introduced Steve to their top salesperson and coach, Tom, who helped with training new salespeople and seemed genuinely pleased to meet him. There were just a few others in the training room. Orientation Training. A rather young woman walked in, appearing confident and in charge. She organized her materials, and as she personally greeted everyone, handed each salesperson a workbook and a sales journal. "Good morning, everyone. My name is Mrs. Selmore. I'll be your instructor today. I'm excited to welcome all of you to our company." Suddenly, a man rushed into the conference room, appearing very disheveled. He introduced himself as Jack, a new salesperson, and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?